Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the field, your 2026 Green Bay Packers!
On one sideline, look at the head coach of the visiting Falcons. His guys searching for their first win of the year after an 0-2 start. Leading the opposing sideline, that's Packers head coach Matt LaFleur. His guys, on the other hand, have started strong, 2-0 so far this season.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Kate Scott joined by my partner Brock Heward. It's going to be longtime vet Nick Folk to get us started. And off we go on Thursday night prime time. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. And it's the Utah State alum quarterback. Year 6 of his career, year 4 as a starter now. It's Jordan Love.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, but he took great care of the football. And of course, he cares less about those two numbers. It's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
It's a gain of 18.
Giving an 18-yard pickup there. And it'll give the Packers the first.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Quite the start to that drive, huh, partner? First play sets him up at the 38.
Ready.
To the air with Love. And this time they forced the incompletion. Defense was ready after he got him on that last snap. Now it's second down.
Complete. Brings up second and 10.
Back to the air. Love. Looking for something, but the defense makes the play first, dropping him at the 27. And it's Jalen Walker. His first this season after he had 5 last year.
Well, we're already seeing his legs going to be a factor in this contest. But I'll tell you what, Kate, if pressure's going to be on him like that, he's going to have to put his running back cape on and really use his ability to escape and keep things moving forward.
53.
Third and long for him here. Making the call himself. And he gives himself up after a short gain.
I love that play. I mean, that's quarterback 101. Nothing downfield. Get what you can with your legs, but so much more importantly, protect yourself. Availability, one of the most important abilities for any quarterback.
Secures this at the 17. And he's going to get him further up their side of the field with a nice return there, partner. Up past the 35. So out head the Falcons for their first possession. At the helm for him, the former first-rounder back in that 2020 draft, Tua Tagovailoa.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball.
They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that's a Falcon first down. Another carry for Robinson. And he comes through big here. 9 yards. It's second down. Now, you take these types of results as early wins in a game, Brock, both in getting their running back started and getting your guys to start winning that battle up front, too.
Moving a man against his will and doing it right from the jump, that often portends to good things offensively.
He's going to be hauled down after a small pickup. Maybe got 4 yards there. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Nabbed by Kyle Pitts. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
Number 8, Kyle Pitts. First and goal, Atlanta.
First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Here's Robinson. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. Eight yards to go as they get set on second and goal. He gets it again. Breaks the tackle. And he barrels across for the touchdown.
Ball carrier. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that's good for a 7-0 lead.
7. Packers nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Returning in from the 16. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Green Bay offense returning to the field for their second possession. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. A nice starting spot for the Packers here. This is 1st and 10. Sending the tight end in motion left. On the ground, this is Damian Martinez. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Finds his man. It's Crab. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40.
Lloyd on the shotgun handoff. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
33, ready, cut.
Working on second down. Love. And that hit breaks up the catch, takes us to third down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. He just did.
And he'll be brought down at about the 29. We've reached the end of one on Thursday night primetime. It's an early advantage for the Falcons. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Trying the inside handoff to Lloyd. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
28-yard line.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play, whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That's a gain of 4.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Quick throw out wide by Love. Oh, he's trying to get away, but unable to do so. They catch him behind the line on 3rd down.
A loss of a yard.
The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This is a 42-yard look from the left hash.
A 42-yard
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And despite that bad snap, they're able to tack on 3. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Starting from the 5. Making some progress here. And great starting field position here as they bring him down beyond the 40. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Drive begins here with Robinson. Starts out this drive with a nice gain of 8, 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure a nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Robinson. Still going past the 40. And he gets this shot all the way to the 31-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
First down.
We've set it downs for him from the 31. Tua looking to throw. Rushes right there as he releases it. Goes nowhere near the targets. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. Get a 2nd down.
It just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, but they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
2nd down. Here's Tua. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's 3rd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
So even after the near turnover, Brock, offense still getting the call here. It's 4th down. Tua setting up to throw. Comes down the field. It's Pitts. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up. Not a distance you see a lot of conversions from, Brock, but on that play, these guys able to defy the odds.
They sure were, and that defense now has got to regroup because I think mentally you get to that down in distance, you feel like you're off the field. Now they've got to respond defensively.
After that 4th down exceeded expectations, look at this, some excitement as they come up to the line. It's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And this is going to fall incomplete in the end zone. Running it all right there. Now they've got to regroup for 2nd down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he gets home. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson brought one back earlier and now takes one across.
I just love seeing the approach of this entire offense, not settling for anything. Yeah, this running back, he's finding the end zone through the running lanes. But let's give a tip of the cap to the big boys up front because they are setting the tone. 2 drives, 2 rushing touchdowns.
Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And lead up to a much more comfortable 11 points now.
Packers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. And this is Savion Williams on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Packers take over.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. On the give, it's Lloyd. And the stop is made downfield after a gain of about 18. And that will be good for a Packers 1st down. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. Reed will go in motion right. Love now off the play action. And he just tucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw and force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
2nd down. Here's Love. He gets it complete. Here's Marshawn Lloyd. He won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
Not going to get a snap here. We have arrived at our 2-minute warning. More Thursday night primetime football in just a moment. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Yellow, 22.
There's Love to throw. Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get him at the 32. And that's going to bring up 4th and 19 now.
This is one of those cases, Kate, where basketball and football blend together. You know, great zone defenses in basketball. You think about them through the years. They trust one another. They know where they are as defenders on that court. Same thing in coverage. When you trust one another, when you communicate, good things happen. Just like that, you suffocate a pocket because there's nowhere for the quarterback to go.
The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And he has run roughshod over them in this opening half. Pretty sure this is the exact kind of start that he was hoping to have here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Back to throw, Tua. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. There's the stop, but 22 yards given up before it. And it's going to be 1st down Falcons.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down Atlanta.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Now Tua to throw. He beams one deep right side. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Got a man. It's Drake London. Brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You just love that kind of execution because it's able to make an impact, Kate, beyond simply getting the 1st down. That yardage, it really sets them up now to be aggressive with a new set of downs.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. to him off the play fake. Man downfield, and he fires. Stops there, but that gets them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Falcons.
From the red zone now. Pass it down close. And there it is. Touchdown, Falcons.
Touchdown,
3 drives,
Atlanta.
3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Folk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And lead now up to 18 points.
Packers 3.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Packers getting one final drive before the half. And with field position and the clock against them here, probably not going to see anything of substance. 19 seconds remain in our opening half. Let's see what they do with it.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red. Ready.
They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. It's brought down. Play goes for, it looks like about 11 yards. And that gives Green Bay the first down.
Gain of 11. That's good for the Packers. First down.
Here we go. Here we go.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Love now. Lasers this one deep down the middle. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
Watson.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, partner. I know you always do, but it felt like maybe that was one of their last gasps to get into field goal range before we hit halftime.
Yeah, you kind of look at both sides. Defense is doing all they can to prevent that thing from being thrown over their head, and can the offense find some way to puncture that defense to get into that field goal range?
Caught by the tight end, running that corner. This goes big, 25 yards before that tackle is made. And that is a Packers first down.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Love. He puts some air under it deep down the left. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. So a one-sided contest as we reach the break here. Let's head over to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thank you, Scott. Great work there. We, on the other hand, didn't have a great first half. Here's hoping things get a little bit closer this time around as we get set for quarter number 3. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's a return from the 7. Things going well so far. Past midfield, and he's got space. Into the red zone. Touchdown! They return the kick all the way to the house.
Touchdown.
Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
Falcons now to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And that adds yet another to their lead.
Falcons 28, Packers 3. Nick Folk.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. He'll take this at the 10. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Packers and Marshawn Lloyd ready to take over once again. And his performance has ailed against what has been a very stout defensive front. This hasn't been a contest to stack up there among his better showings, partner. They've made it real difficult to find any holes to hit, and there's been absolutely no space for him to work with. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Down. 50, green.
Putting the tight end in motion. Love now to throw. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right, here we go. 2nd down.
Let's go now. Red, 38. Cut.
Here's Love. And he had it, but he lost it on that hit. So nice early defensive play out of the locker room to break up that catch. It's now 3rd down. They need a good chunk here, at least 14 yards to pick up this 1st down.
Yellow, 43.
To the air with Love. And he's going down. They make the play at the 11. And now that brings them to a 4th and 24.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the 2nd half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback, and they didn't either.
Takes this one at the 40. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
1st down now, ball at the 33. Here's Robinson up the middle. And they're going to get to him, bring him down after allowing about 13 on the play. And that is good for an Atlanta 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Staying with Robinson. And we might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives them a 1st and goal.
There's just times, Kate, up here in the booth, you can kind of feel the hunger of these players. It's like this guy needed this week, a chance to move past last week. I'm not saying he needs to reach 100 yards every time out, but this showing is a whole lot more of what we expect and what he expects of himself.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Passing quick here, but the pass rush fast enough to match it. On and in time to alter that throw, and it falls incomplete. That brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4.
Robinson, the ball carrier.
Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Well, you've taught me, Brock. Sometimes it works, and sometimes, like there, almost nothing from them as they just run it right into the teeth of that blitz.
Yeah, the thing, too, about that success is get ready to see more blitzes. D coordinators love to dial it up.
Again, it's Robinson. And this is close, but it looks like they stopped him just short of the goal line.
Short of the goal line.
You got him 3. They needed 4. It's going to be 4th and goal from the 1. All right, Brock, so they didn't get the first, but now this is very tempting. You just got a chunk. All you need now is a single yard.
And you know what those new age analytics will tell you.
Go for it. And he runs it across. Touchdown.
Robinson, the ball carrier. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And they continue piling onto this lead.
35. Packers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Has this at the 6. Big shot at the end of that run back as he gets it just past the 20. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Lloyd. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that was exactly what the defense talked about on the sidelines, getting ready for that drive. Let's send a message from the jump, and let's hit them hard.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Love looking to pass. And it's off his hands and incomplete, so opportunity unfulfilled on that 2nd down. That means it's 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down.
He's really starting to just about exhaust every option and trick he's got at his disposal. That time, trying to test him outside the pocket, extend the play, there was just nowhere to go with it.
Ready. 45. Ready.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Nowhere to go with it. He's planted. They got him at the 16. And now it is 4th and 17.
Just an incredible effort out of him today. And the type of performance, frankly, that elevates the energy level of all 10 guys around him. What a game he's got going.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he's been one of the players of this game. Fields this clean at the 30. Has a hole left, room to run. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown. They have him back there because of what he can do with even the smallest sliver of daylight. And for my money, Brock, there aren't many plays more exciting than seeing a punt return for a touchdown.
You know what it kind of reminds me of? The playground back in the day, right? You're playing tag, and you just can't get to that guy. He's just making you miss. Whether it is, I don't know, Devin Hester, Dante Hall, the human joystick, or Cordero Patterson, those elite guys, you just can't bring them down.
Folk on now to try the point after. Accuracy perfect there as it's center cut. And the lead grows by 1.
42. Packers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So after giving up the punt return score, Brock, let's see if they can answer on a different type of return. Fielded at the 7. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over.
The Packers all set to get back out there. And what's really been simply stunning, Brock, is how far we've made it into the game, and their passing game, it is still grounded.
Yeah, so as they're sitting here losing right now, what I hear you saying, Kate, is it's time for this offense to take flight?
Down. Black 40.
Running back sent in motion. Lloyd running dead ahead. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Throwing on second down, here's Love. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away. So the frustration spilling over a little bit on that play, Brock, choosing to just get rid of it, even though we did have a receiver in the area.
Yeah, I think that's right. You know, I'll co-sign on that. Frustrating. It's just been that kind of ball game, just not in any rhythm. Really, the defense dictating so much.
He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. And they can't connect on the third down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that third down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
He has it at the 33. And a nice strong effort there on that return to take us to the end of this quarter. That brings us to the end of 3 on Thursday Night Primetime. It's Falcons football, and they hold a commanding advantage in this one. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Robinson gets it to open our final quarter. This is going to be good for a new set of downs. In the end, about 16 yards on that play. He's been a fixture for them all game, and all signs indicate, Brock, he's going to remain one in the time we've got left.
Yeah, they've leaned on him in certain spots, and he has shouldered the load oh so well. Put together a game that everyone's happy with.
A toss snap to Robinson. Has another lane. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
He and this ground game, Kate, have seen such a steady dose of work. And what you hope is all of those body blows throughout can lead to a knockout punch like that.
Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. 1st and goal here. From the red zone on 1st. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone, and defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and lead teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
Shotgun snap, a get to Robinson. Defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal. Man, great read by the defense there. They attacked, and they found that runner quick.
You look up run blitz by a linebacker,
yeah.
That is in the dictionary right there.
There it is. Third and goal now as they try to pile on further. They go to him again. Fights his way through a tackle. And he's going to fight forward and get in. Touchdown! Well, after sputtering through those first couple of weeks, Brock, these guys having a nice response, finally playing like the team we all expected them to be when we saw them in the preseason.
Yeah, I think desperation helps, right?
Yeah.
I know it's still early in the year, but history will tell you you can overcome 0-2 starts, 0-3 starts. Yeah, desperation time, and they played like it today.
Folk on now to try the point after. This one splits the uprights. It is good. And the blowout here continues.
Falcons 49, Packers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. The Packers offense headed back out, so as they get set, let's take a look at their next few weeks. First, they're at Tampa, then a return home for Chicago. And then they're going to stay in their own building to take on the Cowboys. Offense to the line, trips left, here comes 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Red, 38.
Throwing, it's Love. Rushes right there as he releases it. It goes nowhere near the target. Lucky to avoid a sack there, Brock. It is 2nd down.
Just continuing to add to some film that's going to be a little bit hard to watch. This guy, you typically don't see completion percentage numbers like this. Very, very accurate guy. Not today. He's going to have to figure out why.
60 red.
Throwing on 2nd. Love. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Fair to say he's just been all over the place in this one today. Some accuracy issues early. They gave him plenty of looks trying to get him into rhythm, but they just never could, and the incompletions continue to pile up.
Yellow, 22.
Throw here, 3rd down. Making the call himself. And they're going to love that partner as Love slides down after picking up the 1st.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
All set to go now from the 35. Hand off here to Lloyd. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. And this is going to be Falcons football.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. First and 10, around to Robinson. And he gets a few on the plunge forward.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
and 7 at the Packers.
Last one got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down.
At the 35
Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
And it's 3rd down.
And understandably, they're happy to just let this clock run down to our 2-minute warning. Falcons nearing their first win of the season. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Robinson on the inside give. Driving across the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Atlanta!
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Much like they have throughout this entire game, Brock, the opportunities to score just keep arriving, and that lead just keeps growing.
Just the best part of team sports, right? One side feeds the other side, that feeds the other side, and it's just an inferno right now. It's led to a lopsided score up there.
Folk on now to try the point after. Send right down the middle and good. And yep, go ahead and add another point to their lead.
Packers 3. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here comes Williams on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Packers take over.
Out now runs the Packer offense.
At their own
and they'll get one final
line.
chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them.
Ready up.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10.
Down. Hut.
Back now, pressure coming. They'll set up the screen. Brooks. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
He held on to that for one reason and one reason alone, because he's got some kind of powerful grip strength. That was incredible to take that shot and still possess the ball.
Got the catch, but didn't get any yardage on it, so still 10 to go on 2nd down.
33. Yellow.
Pressure coming for Love. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Jesse Bates in to pick it off.
Well, I don't know what more to say. Just a dominating effort, really, in every phase. To put up a score like this in this league, it's hard to do. It takes all 3 phases to get it done. And mercifully, well, we're getting closer to the end of this one.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And the way they have just been running it right through this defense all game, Brock, it's really been astounding to see an NFL defense defeated so soundly.
You just don't expect to see a defense at this level of football get worked so much on the ground. Every unit prides itself, at least a little bit, on being an old-school throwback team who can win a slugfest in the trenches. Yet this ground game, they've been doing all the slugging here.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. This is going to be a big game, Brock. He's tackled after about 21 yards. And that's going to be good for a Falcons 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Falcons.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Tua's in trouble, and down he goes. Michael Parsons. And that will bring up 2nd and 18.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
And this hasn't been a common side out of him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and long.
3rd down.
So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they took the fight right to them.
So that's it for us here. Brock Hewitt.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please welcome your New Orleans Saints?
On one sideline, look at the head coach of the visiting Falcons. His guys making a statement last week, completely dismantling the opposition in that blowout win. Facing off with him, that's head coach Kellen Moore of the Saints. His guys with the crowd at their backs, and things only going to get louder once this game begins. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt with you up here in the booth, and we have got safety Justin Reed handling our opening kick. Monday Night Prime Time is underway. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. To be the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
And the defender finally gets there, but not before a big gain. 18 yards on that play. And it's going to be first down Falcons.
First down.
Kate, if that first play is any indicator, this offense is going to have one heck of a field day. I'm talking a big chunk of yards on the ground and some big-time confidence, too.
First down, and they go right back to it. Having gained up that handful there. It's Caden Ellis on that stop. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 21 carries, over 200 yards. So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Running here with Bijan. He still has room inside the 30. And he gets this one down to the 27. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Falcon first down.
A gain of 18 on the play. First down, Atlanta.
This is a heater going deep. And that's exactly what they needed to begin this game. Touchdown, Atlanta. Drake London, a 27-yard score.
Clearly an offense who knows just how good they were a week ago and kind of flaunting that here to begin this one.
Hey, you know you're lucky, Brock, if you can do the sweat like a third of the time, and here they are scoring on the opening drive like it's the most common thing in the world.
Blowout's uncommon in this league, but that's how you do it, maybe back-to-back weeks.
Nick Folk now for the extra point. He misses on the extra point, so a good start for their offense, but not for him kicking it. Score stays at 6-0.
To kick off for Atlanta.
So after the missed extra point, he's still out there, and he's going to put it back in play. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort. So the Saints offense taking over for the first time here. Bringing them out, the Rookie of the Year runner-up from last season. Here is Tyler Shuck.
Kate, it's really obvious. Tyler has nothing to prove about his dedication to the game. And he put his body on the line collegiately. He got that covered across a 7-year career in a couple different stops. Evaluators, they love grit. And Tyler's got a lot of it.
A good gain here. 11 yards, it looks like. That's going to pick up a first.
That's good.
I don't think we're ever going to get away from the stat line of turnovers and winning that turnover margin being the biggest singular key in the NFL, Kate. But I'll tell you what, when you run for 100 yards plus, you win 70% of the time. They did a week ago with this guy, and he's off to an excellent start.
Yeah, he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here. What he was able to do in support of that win. 19 carries, 102 yards plus a touchdown. Again, it's Miller. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on second down.
That counter could never get started. Good chance someone on that line telegraphed that play because the defense was all over it. Fortunate just to make it back to the line of scrimmage.
Chuck on third down. It's caught right side by Johnson. And look at this effort. Just enough driving forward. Gets them the first.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
First down from the 42. From the gun, a give to Miller. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Running once more with Miller. Good defensive effort here. Drives them back across midfield onto their own side.
He was taken down.
They sent him with that sack in mind, Brock. We all saw what was coming. Still managed to clean up the play, even if it did come on the ground.
And you know why they call that a cat pressure from the secondary, Kate?
Tell me.
Because it's a C for corner and a T for attack, exactly what he just did.
Shock looking to pass here. By his back, Neal. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So out comes somebody with plenty of experience punting here in New Orleans. Spent 4 years at Tulane, Ryan Wright. Ooh, it's away, but he knows he mishit that one. Headed for the sideline. So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. All right, starting in the pistol this time, Brock. 1st and 10. Begins here with Robinson. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
That's the kind of yardage it's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now, second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Throwing on second down, it's Tagovailoa. And they're able to get to him and take him down. So a sack is how our first quarter comes to an end. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Our score, 6-0. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They're stuck behind the sticks on 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. That's not going to do the job. He's taken down behind the line. That forces 4th down.
It takes every piece of the symphony working in concert right there. When you run a draw on 3rd and long, everybody's got to do their job. The problem, they didn't, and this defense responded.
4th down, and on comes the former All-Pro Jake Bailey to punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he's out of bounds. Not the return that he had drawn up. No way. And actually loses yards. Well, Saints offense headed back to work, Brock. Let's take a look at their offensive coordinator there, Doug Nussmeier. And it's a chance for Nussmeier to face the team who picked him in the 4th round back in that 1994 draft. Spent 4 seasons with these Saints. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. Chuck to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that's way too much risk for that reward.
Now a shotgun handoff to Miller. And he's right near that 1st down marker as the stop is made at the 48.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On the give, it's Miller. He stops here, gain of about 7. And it's going to be 1st down New Orleans.
We see it and hear it all the time. For receivers, their favorite moment is just to go up over a DB and make a play. And for these running backs, there is nothing that beats slamming right through a tackle and getting that 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. They'll bring the tight end in motion. Oh, flag is down here. This might be a free play. This one won't be reeled in, but they had that green light to take the shot, and they did. Looked like somebody on the defense jumped the snap. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Shaq's going to throw here. Pocket collapsing, and he's going to pay the price. 4 sacks in that win last week, and now they've got one here.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
They kick the running back in motion. On second down, Shuck. Throw right side, cut by Olave. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's a gain of 8. Makes it third
and 4 coming up now. Back to throw, Shuck. And the Russians going to win this rep. They get to it. And they win that rep to force a 4th and 12.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Quite a defensive battle, Brock, that we have got so far as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Tua looking to throw. Man downfield, and he finds London. Big play before they get to him. That one's going to pick up about 23. And that is good for an Atlanta first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Falcon first down.
Just one play into this drive, and they are already sitting on their own 45. Here's Tagovailoa. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Tagovailoa now. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. Stops there, but that gives them the first. A big gain before the defense got to him. Looks like about 22 yards.
22 yards.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Tua off the play fake. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference.
Defense.
So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Now Tagovailoa to throw. Finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London. First return score, now he's got a receiving one, too. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Folk on now to try the point after. And it's another miss. His second extra point has been off the mark. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
So now after his second missed point after the game, he's hoping to strike this one a little better as he kicks it away. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Saints taking the field for the final time in this first half. Not a whole lot of time left for him to put something together here before the break. They'll begin this drive with barely over 25 seconds left. To throw, Shuck. He finds Johnson over the middle. And he is stopped with authority there, but that stop came later than they'd like as he gets a good bit and that first down.
And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Running back sent in motion. Shuck. Completed to his running back. Taken down, but not before he picks up 11 on the play. And that is going to be first down Saints.
That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing, Shuck. What a difference a play makes. This one not working out in their favor. He's hauled to the ground. The Saints call their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
At the 37-yard line.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. Now Shuck to throw. Good strike downfield to Olave. He reaches that sideline before he can reach the marker. So they're still going to have a yard left to go here on 3rd down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. The final throw before the break. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And his final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Lots to talk about from the weekend that was. This a fitting capper to a compelling week, so let's get after it. Our look around the NFL starts now. Huntington Bank Field in Cleveland. It's the Browns at home to take on the Steelers in a physical matchup in the AFC North. And it's Shedeur Sanders. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. The Browns come away with a victory. They win by 6. Next up, let's get a look at what's going on between the Rams and Eagles up at the Link in Philly. And this is Makai Lemon. He's going to stretch the field here, and this one is on target. 49 yards for the touchdown. The Eagles are now 4-0. What a first month as they continue to roll. Lastly, let's get a jump on who might be the Week 4 Player of the Week. It's our impact player, and it happens to be this man. And this is Garrett Wilson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Jets are into the win column after 3 defeats to start the year. They get the victory here. With that, time to look at the rest of the action here in Week 4 as we wrap up the first month of the season.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a two-score ball game here as we resume play. It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Saints offense headed back to work, Brock. Let's take a look at their offensive coordinator there, Doug Nussmeier. Year 2 now for Doug with the Saints, former quarterback drafted by this team in 1994. And speaking of the draft, his son Garrett also drafted into the league this spring. New Orleans has the offense set. And all right, Brock, here's 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Caught into the hands of the rookie from Arizona State. And he's going to be hit almost immediately after making a catch. Now, this is going to be about a 6-yard pickup.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Gets himself free. Dump off caught by his back. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, avoidable mistake there, Brock. A lot of people saw it, including our officials. Offsides the call.
Automatic 1st down.
All set to go now from the 35. They'll run here following the penalty. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Xavier Watts getting in there defensively.
Nothing too fancy there. That is just some good physical football from a back who knows how to read his blocks, Kate, keep himself square, and go get those tough yards.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. A tight end in motion now. 2nd down. Here's Shuck. Ooh, they got to him as he was trying to make that throw. Defense making an impact coming out of the locker room, Brock. Quickly, made his 3rd down.
Christian Harris on
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the 1st down.
He has it at the 13. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Now 2 with a throw. To the right side and reeled in by London. And they're going to have the 1st down here as that play breaks off for about 19 yards.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You can go to a Little League field, tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple, and he's someone you can depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
Offense overloading left side. It's 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Now pitch it to Robinson. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And they'll finally bring him down at the 22. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
Here's what I know, Kate. When they go back and look at that play on tape after this game, they're going to see all 11. It took every one of them. Took a good pitch from the quarterback. Don't minimize that. Pitch out in front of him, eyes by that running back down the field, and everybody blocking to create that nice chunk run.
Oh, enveloped by the defense. They get him at the 32. Danny Stutzman. And that will now make it 2nd and 20 to go.
No one picks him up, and he reminded everyone in the building why that's a major mistake. The linebacker's athleticism on full display. A sack in under 2 seconds? That's a select group of players on the planet who could pull that off.
Throwing on second, Tua. And an unforced error. Can't bring that one in. That's going to go as a drop, and that means it's 3rd down. Oh, Brock, he's had to wait and wait to even be targeted in this game, and he's going to have to keep waiting now to see that first catch.
You know who will not be waiting? The critics after this one. You've got to get your tight end involved. Find a way somehow to get him the ball.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in too. They get 22 out of that play. And now they have a 1st and goal. Kellen Moore wants another look at that, and he's going to get it. The challenge flag is out.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So Kellen Moore unhappy as upon further review, the call on the field still stands. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. And he gets home. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
Folk on now to try the point after. And another one is no good. What a disaster this has been, Brock. That is his 3rd missed PAT in this ball game.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. A big hit there. He's not even going to make it back to the 20. The Saints back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And the running lanes, and they've been hazardous. Not quite the decorated collection of highlights from him that we're going to look at here. Those big plays, the explosive runs where he leads an offense, just haven't been there for him in this one. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Shuck looking to pass here. He's in trouble, but he's not going to get away. Brought down at the 12. Divine Diablo. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks. Well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
Inside the final minute of our 3rd quarter. Here's Shuck on 2nd. Olave with the catch. And he'll get this up to the 19-yard line as he stopped.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Throw here, 3rd down. Well, they got to him and they take him down. He did get the throw away, so no sack at least. It will still be 4th down coming up.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond 3rd down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now time's not on their side either.
And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tua. Connects on the crosser. Nice work here as he pushes forward for 20 plus the first.
81, Austin Hooper. It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Atlanta.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons in possession, and they have set themselves up well to get the victory here. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already into enemy territory. A give, left side. Here's Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
Second down, here's Tua. Well, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up 3rd down.
So we're up 3 scores. We're throwing into coverage here late in the game. And that's kind of greedy for me, Kate.
Third down give to Robinson. He's got the first and still going past the 30. All the way. That's an Atlanta touchdown.
And that right there is why you continue to feed a running back. Definitely the most we've seen him do with any touch this game, and that is exactly what the doctor ordered.
Folk on now to try the point after. Solid effort there as this one goes through. And they just keep adding to their lead.
25. Saints, nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
It's all lined up. Folk ready to send this one flying. Fields this one at the 3. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The New Orleans offense set to go now. And as much as we thought we'd be watching highlights here, talking about this passing game, Brock, it's been the guys on the other side of the ball who've come in and stolen that spotlight.
Yeah, and in an offensive-driven league, and one that's sometimes even legislated that way, it's nice and refreshing to see a defense put together an effort like this.
Amen.
Be the ones everybody's talking about for how well they've played on their side of the ball.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. Rattler setting to throw. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
They needed a lot more out of this offense in this one, Kate, to keep pace in this contest. Just wasn't there. Continuity wasn't there. Rhythm wasn't there. Confidence wasn't there. This is one they like to forget.
Throwing on second down. It's Rattler. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he will manage a little before being forced into a slide, as that's going to chip something off this upcoming third down.
That is quarterback play 101. Maybe not the first chapter of it, but man, is that important. Getting downfield, get what you can with your legs, then most importantly, protect yourself. Get down and don't take any extra contact.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
That's the throw at this level. So much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Desperation time here. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Falcons get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
By the Falcons. It's a turnover on downs.
New set of downs for him from the 31. Tua out of the pistol. And the first play of the series is going to be an incomplete pass intended for his running back there. And that brings up second down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns. And usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, second and 10. Tagovailoa now. He finds Dotson, left side. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Breaking the huddle. Here's first and goal. Here's a counter give to Robinson. He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play in first and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Again, it's Robinson. And this time he gets in for the Atlanta touchdown.
Let's see, Kate, I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this, other than simply splendid?
Folk on now to try the point after. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two, given the size of this lead.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Out come the Saints for their next possession. Let's take a look at their upcoming schedule. They're home for Minnesota. Then they're at the Giants. And then it's a return home to face the Steelers. Saints to the line now. First and 10. Hand off here for Miller. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Hate to say it, but it kind of feels like time, Brock. It might be time for this offense to get a little more one-dimensional, because his ground game hasn't done anything. I mean, just look up at the scoreboard.
Or maybe the in-between is a little play action. I mean, everything they've done, unfortunately, has not worked. And that one, to go backwards.
Here's Rattler on second down. That one's incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. No better luck than the last play, Brock, as he just has to get rid of it.
That right there, Kate, that's taking the hard lessons from the previous drive and putting it into practice right here. You don't see a throw you like, it's too tight a window, don't risk yet another interception.
Here he goes, gotta have this on 4th down. He can't get away, they get the sack and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
All right, 1st and 10, going heavy to the right side here, 3 tight ends. Robinson on the inside give. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Taken down back at the 18-yard line.
So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Falcons nearing their 2nd win in the campaign. Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14. Staying with Robinson. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, Kate, that's the type of effort you expect to see rewarded with a 1st down at the very least. But this is the rare instance where they were so backed up that not even that type of carry can get them a new set of downs.
And the scoring will never end. It's another touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Mm-hmm. Folk on now to try the point after. And it's off the mark. The kick is no good, but I think they can spare a point or two given the size of this lead.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
No time just yet to figure out what's going wrong. After another miss, he's got to stay out there and send this one away. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
1st and 10.
The Saints come marching onto the field. The opportunity to win this game is, well, it's long gone, Brock. They're down to their last opportunities now to avoid the shutout as well. New Orleans has the offense set. All right, Brock, here's 1st and 10.
Yellow, line.
Rattler to the air now. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
A.J. Terrell on the coverage.
Down. Red, 38.
And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22.
Complete to 0. Jordan Tyson. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Third down, they need 7.
Set punt. 60 red. 60 red. Punt.
Rattler. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. That's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
Here comes the Saints punting unit. Collects this at the 32. And he's going to set him up with a pretty short field here, Brock, after getting a big chunk on that return.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the Saints' 43-yard line.
Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. First and 10 from the 43. They're going to pass it here. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. But it slips through. Second down coming up.
Well, if this were a race, Kate, you'd have already lapped him a few times by this point, and the checkered flag would be a formality. I don't know why you got to keep throwing it down the field like this.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has it downfield, working the left. He steps out of bounds as this play goes for 25 yards. Nice work there. And that's going to be good for a Falcons first down. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Looks like they want to squeeze every point they can out of this game. Field goal team is out there. This is from 35 out on the left hash. Wow, Brock, he missed it. An easy kick, but he mishit it left. And looking at the scoreboard, Brock, I think they can weather the miss there.
You would think the kickers should be automatic from anything inside of 40 yards, but I guess that could serve as a little gentle reminder you can never take any kick for granted. So many things have to go right each time for it to be up and good.
Set, ready. Punt.
Straight ahead, here's Miller. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take the first skirmish with their division rivals, with a chance at a sweep awaiting them later in the year in their building. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say so long from New Orleans.
Oftentimes, we see teams move on from their starting running back after one contract, but not here. One team has agreed to a new deal to keep one of the best backs in the game right where he is.
Sunday night in Atlanta, and the Falcons, with lots of hopes in this 2026 season, begin the second quarter of the campaign as they welcome the Baltimore Ravens to Georgia for this Sunday nighter.
Please welcome your 20.
On that Ravens sideline, it's head coach Jesse Minter. His team started 0-2, but subsequently they have righted the ship, winning their last two. On the other side, you've got the head coach of the Falcons. His team looking for a spark, hoping their fans will give it to them here at home as we are set to go.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Mike Tirico with my partner Greg Olson, the veteran Nick Folk to get this one started. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And he'll get this up past the 20, but that's it. Good way to start the game for the special teams. And the offense has a long field on drive one. Lamar Jackson, twice the MVP, Greg, leads this Ravens team out. Season 9, but Season 1 without John Harbaugh as his head coach.
Some games, the quarterback can just go out there and just take what the defense gives them. They don't have to necessarily create a lot of opportunities for their teammates to go out and perform, and they can still come away with the win. I think today, though, he's going to be asked to carry a little bit more of a load, make some more plays happen, be a little bit more assertive. If he does that, this team's just going to continue to get better and better, and it's going to be a tough matchup.
Second down, Jackson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down. The shotgun, here's Jackson. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up fourth down. On to putt. He sends that one skyward. This returnable from inside his own 40. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. And Greg, the Falcons offense comes out led by Tua Tagovailoa, who came over to Atlanta after 6 seasons with the Dolphins.
Really solid all-around performance last week, Mike, and I think the biggest factor that led to the win is his ability to continue to protect the football. He executed the offense, ran it exactly how they designed all week in practice. Yeah, it might not have been earth-shattering performance statistically, but they got the win. If he can continue to play that style of ball, it's going to be a tough group to match up with.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, right back to Robinson. Bijan Robinson into the end zone for Atlanta. Touchdown for the Falcons.
Touchdown.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The veteran Nick Folk here for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons will take a 7-0 lead.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
After the touchdown, out is Folk to kick this one away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Out come the Ravens, and you look at their offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. Doyle was the youngest offensive coordinator in football a year ago with the Bears, leaving after 1 year to join Jesse Minter's staff with the Ravens in 2026. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. From the gun, Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking a profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but getting the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That is incomplete. Rashad Bateman, the intended target. And it's going to bring up 3rd down.
And 4 yards to go.
To throw is Jackson. He'll try to run for it. And he's very close to the 1st down. Boy, he took his shot, didn't he? Trying to do it on his own. But he does end up a few inches short.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball. And I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Here's Ryan Eckley now. And John's a punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This brought in out past the 20. Inside the 35. And he's going to bring this one back. 74 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. A special teams magic moment from the rookie who takes it all the way. What a great way to announce yourself to your teammates as a huge part of this team.
Yeah, and there's no greater way to establish value and to earn a role on a team, Mike, than through special teams. Now, when you could do it as a returner and you can impact the game by putting points on the board, man, that is different. In this case, that's exactly what he does, and that is a huge impact play here by the young rookie.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Falcons move out on top, 14-0.
Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. So here's the Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely, and the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses have to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass, and there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat. So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
That's out to Andrews as they set up the screen. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line.
Certainly not how they drew it up for his first catch of the game, but he's on the board, and I think the hope is continue to go his way, and next time, let's try to pick up some yards.
3rd and long for Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And that one's going to be shut down. They are short of the line to gain. No first down, and the punt team will come on here on 4th down. On comes the punter now as he's on to punt for Baltimore. That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone, and they'll bring it back out to the 20-yard line. So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. They'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. Play fake to Robinson. Now it's Tua. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game. Like, we just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
And a nice run there. He'll get 8 to the 28-yard line.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game, force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
Inside the 40, Bijan Robinson, and they won't catch him. He'll go all the way, 72 yards, touchdown Atlanta.
And this is the conversation that surrounds the topic of running the ball in the NFL. Mike, if you're going to rely on scoring on 10, 11, 12-play drives and then fight it out in the red zone, there's a lot of pressure on that red zone offense. It's going to be very hard to accumulate a lot of points, but when you can be explosive and you can score from a ways out, that's the sign of the most impactful run game, and big-time play there.
Folk now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons will take themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
And he's not going to be able to escape the rush here. He goes down. Jalen Walker. He's able to force the big loss on the sack. And it sets up 3rd and long. In motion comes Andrews. Hit as he throws. That one will fall to the turf. And it's Incomplete. The pressure too much to get away from that time. Good third down stop. And it sets up fourth down. Ravens bring their punt team out as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. That's taken on this side of midfield. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at the Ravens' 25-yard line.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. Trying the left side, here's Robinson, and he'll get about 5. Now after that last play, we have an injured Raven. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5.
So they try to throw a little bit of a curveball. We see him throw it to this guy a lot. Now, in this case, they hand it to him, thinking they can catch the defense off guard and generate a big play. And give a lot of credit to the defense. They were ready for it, they were prepared for it, and they held it to a modest game.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And the Falcons going to be set up with 1st and goal. They're able to convert on that 3rd and 3.
Well, no surprise that Bijan picks up that 1st down, and the Falcons offense continues to run through him, and for good reason. I mean, he might be one of the best all-around players in the league. Led the NFL in yards from scrimmage a season ago, and wouldn't be surprised to see him near the top again this year.
That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Jahan Dotson was the intended receiver there, and it'll lead to a 2nd and goal. They'll run it here with Robinson. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line.
3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and goal.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book, see if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. Now, Folk on for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons are able to extend the advantage to 28-0.
Ravens, nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
play action. Here's Jackson. Oh, he finds Oliver open downfield. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Jackson now to throw on first down. And not liking anything downfield, he'll just get this to the sideline. It is incomplete.
It's clear whatever they were trying to set up was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Here's Jackson. And they're going to get to him and take him down back on the other side of midfield.
You know, we say this so often in this league, Mike, the greatest strength of some of these guys can also be a little bit of their weakness. And in this case, he's trying to buy more time with his feet. We've seen him do this successfully time and time again. This time it catches up to him, and he takes the sack.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's now fourth down.
Here's the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for the fifth time here tonight. How about that hit? Wow. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that one. The Falcons offense back onto the field for their next possession. And he has done it, getting the ball to his running back and letting that guy do the rest. 3 possessions, 3 touchdown runs so far. They'll look for another as they begin with first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield.
Incomplete.
It's second down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pressure all around him, and down he goes.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that second down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in third and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3-and-out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Past midfield, Bijan Robinson. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 85 yards. Touchdown, Atlanta. This is quickly turning into a virtuoso performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. Taking care of business on the ground. They run it into the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Mike, some of the hardest elements to coach for a running back is vision and patience. And in this case, you saw both of them on display, and he's able to take the long run all the way to the house for 6.
And the kick is good. So what a finish to the first half as they extend the lead. So halftime straight ahead, and we'll send it to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. Some early surprises, some early disappointments as well. Let's get into it. Our look around the NFL starts now. At Northwest Stadium in Landover, the Commanders at home to take on their rivals, the New York Football Giants. And this is Ryan Flanoy. He's going to run a deep route, look it in, and he's gone. 71 yards to the house. The Giants continue to have enough. They make it 5 straight wins to start the new year. From there, it's off to North London. The Jags in their yearly 2-game trip to the UK. They're taking on the Eagles at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. And this is Jacoby Myers. He's so good working down the field, hauls this one in stride. It's a 48-yard touchdown. The Jags with an important W. They didn't want to start 1-4, and they won't following their victory here. Lastly, our editors have made the call. Who's our impact player from Week 5? Well, it's this man. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. He's going to find an opening down the field and pull this one in. It's a 59-yard touchdown. With that, here's a look at the rest of the action from around the NFL here in Week 5, the first weekend of October. The Titans get win number 2 as they take care of business in this one. Meanwhile, our game has not been all that competitive, a one-sided affair through 2 quarters. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you it was 2 different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he brings this back all the way to midfield.
At the 50-yard line.
On first down, it's Robinson. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
Smith in on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 47-yard line.
They're right here.
A pitch to Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down.
Marlon Humphrey on the tackle.
And he just continues to chew off more and more yardage with every single carry. And you can see here with the numbers, Mike, for as strong as he was in the first half, it almost looks like he's gotten even stronger now here in the second.
All right, come on.
On third down, it's Robinson. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. So it's a high 5 for that one. His 5th rushing touchdown of the game. He draws ever near to the NFL record of 6. Folk now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Falcons keep widening that lead. It is now 42-0.
Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he will not be able to turn upfield. He'll drop him behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now Jackson. That is over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Watts.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
Here's Bijan Robinson and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And he is putting together a game to remember. Let's take you through some of the highlights. A lot of yards tallied here. Over 200 rushing yards. Just rare. You do not see, especially in this passing era, a lot of 200-plus yard rushing games, but we've got one here today.
Hey, get set. Big team.
And here's Bijan. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
No gain on the play.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the first down. They'll go again with Robinson. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara. Players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. Now, Folk on for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Falcons continue to bring the hammer down. It is now 49-0.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Out come the Ravens, and you look at their offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. His guys trailing here in the second half, so every drive's important now as they try to mount a comeback. They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
Yeah, and this play, Mike, is really just the epitome of what we've seen this entire game. They have not been able to get anything going offensively. It almost seems like they've been operating going in reverse the entire day. In this case, another run, another loss.
Over the middle It's intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys first and 10 in the red zone.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
A give, and here comes Robinson. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Atlanta. And with that, NFL history, that's the record. 7 touchdowns in one game. So it's another touchdown run, and this one puts his name in the NFL record book. He has set the new standard, most rushing touchdowns in a single game. Folk now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Falcons stretch things out even further.
Falcons 56, Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down.
Line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. We're going to go right back to Henry. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
A gain of a yard.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
They'll try and run for this with Henry. Oh, he didn't need much, but I don't think he got there. Going to depend on the spot, but it looks like he is short.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now. And partially, it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Hunt team out there for a 5th time, and this one's away. This one, returnable. And it's a very nice return. He has given the offense a short field.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here's Bijan Robinson, and the Falcon offense set for their next drive. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. On play action, it's Tagovailoa. Oh, falling away. What a throw. He drops it in there. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And we will not get another snap here. That is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of play. They'll begin the fourth by giving it to Robinson. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. A play fake. Now 2 with a throw. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's going to be taken down. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Think back to what they told us during the week, Mike. They said this primetime platform, this is a tremendous opportunity for us to show the entire league and put them on notice. And boy, after this performance, boy, have they ever.
Two yards from 6 points. It is 1st down and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Falcons. This is just getting silly at this point. That's his 8th touchdown of this game. Greg, in the end zone again. I'm running out of different ways to say touchdown. They're doing it so often here today.
Mike, some offensive play callers, once they get the lead, it's just milk the clock and let's get out with a win. But not this coach. He is trying to score every single time they possess the ball.
Now, Folk, on for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Falcons add on to their already sizable lead.
Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Ravens make their way back out. Why don't we check what they have coming up on the schedule the next few weeks? They're at Cleveland, then back home for Cincinnati, and then finally they'll be on the road up in Orchard Park to take on the Bills. On the give, here's Henry. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
Now, Jackson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. He didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
This is taken at his own 30. He's inside the 40. He's going to bring this one back. It is a punt return touchdown for the special teams unit. Folk now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Falcons will add one more onto their big lead.
70. Ravens nothing. to kick off for Atlanta.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. A 1st down throw for Jackson. He'll swing this out wide to Henry. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
A pass pulled in by Henry. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain. Jackson from the gun on 3rd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Jalen Walker. He gets in to record his 2nd sack of the game. Number 4 on the season. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back on EA Sports. After this, Ravens sending the punt team out there. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punch it away. This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And it's a good return here. He's going to set his guys up with outstanding field position. Out come the Falcons to take over. Why don't we check out their schedule ahead the next few weeks? They're home for the Bears, home again for the 49ers, and finally they'll hit the road to take on the Bucs in Tampa. They'll run with Robinson, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Malachi Starks on the tackle. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 33-yard line.
Another run here for Robinson. Space to run inside the 20. And they cannot contain him at all. He's into the end zone yet again. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. Can you believe this performance? That is his 9th touchdown of the game. We might need a calculator before this one is done. It has been one-sided, and the route rolls on, Greg.
Absolutely, Mike, and they just keep piling on the points. I mean, this offensive play caller, he's saying it's never enough. I'm going to try to score with every possession, and we've seen him do that all game long.
Now, Folk on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Falcons will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This fielded at about the 9. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Ravens offense headed back to take over once more. Greg, sitting up here with you, this is not the same energy we saw from this team at the start of the game. How much has the defense kind of sapped it out of them?
Oh, I think it's a big factor in this game. And when you start taking the ball away at the rate that they have today, it takes a lot of the confidence out of the offense. And I think that's the body language that you're referring to. There is a lot of doubt creeping in to this offense. And it's almost becoming to the point where you don't want to be the guy with the ball because you're afraid you're going to give it up. And when it gets to that, man, as an offense, you're in trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now it's Jackson. That's Third time tonight he's been intercepted. That's the linebacker, Christian Harris.
So all game, we've seen him take the approach as just being a game manager. But one thing you have to do if that's the case is you have to protect the ball. You can't turn the ball over, especially if you're struggling to push the ball downfield. He got a little reckless that time, and the defense made him pay.
The Falcons offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. And a few kneel downs should do it here. Defensively, they do still have those 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On the ground, it's Robinson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
All right, go. Ready.
Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
Brings up 3rd down.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. They're able to take advantage and end up punching it in.
Folk now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Falcons are going to extend their lead.
Falcons 84. Ravens nothing. Nick Folk to kick off for Atlanta.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. A give right up the middle to Henry. And he'll be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. So it's a win here for the Falcons. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olsen and our entire team.
you.